Good afternoon and welcome to Hive Stadium in Edinburgh for our coverage of this second round match in the Celtic Challenge. And this first weekend of cross-border fixtures sees two teams who won their opening games go head to head. It's Edinburgh Rugby against the Wolfhounds. Well, last Friday the Wolfhounds came from behind to beat the Clovers by 21 points to 15 at Musgrave Park in Cork, while Edinburgh beat Glasgow 28 points to 12 in front of a crowd of 2,000 people here at Hive Stadium. And they're the early pace setters in the competition as the only side to pick up a try bonus point in week one. So I'm delighted to be joined in commentary once again by Rachel Law. Rachel, it's fantastic for these teams, having played against familiar opposition last week, 3 derby matches to start the competition off, to now test themselves against high calibre opposition from the other nations. So last week the players knew each other well, this week real unknown quantity. You could tell it had a real first week feel about it last week. Everybody was a little bit nervous. I think a lot of that was probably the fact that, you know, it was the first time we'd seen an Edinburgh and Glasgow women's team turned out. Do you think the players will be a little more nervous this week, or will they feel a little calmer? They've got one game under their belt.
No, excited to be here, so thank you very much for having me once again. Exciting for both of these teams. A few of the girls who are playing today in the Edinburgh team and a few of the girls who are playing in this Irish Wolfhounds team played in the Celtic Cup Challenge last year, so a few of them know each other, a few of them will know each other from international duties as well, but it should be interesting, both coming off the back of really important wins in round one. And as you say, there was some nerves. The weather last week as well was something to play in. It's a glorious day here today, so hopefully both teams will be coming off the back of a fantastic win last week and we should get a brilliant display of rugby.
Yes, the weather is a lot more favourable for rugby today. Perhaps not for us commentating, the sun shining into our eyes if they're playing over in that far corner, but we had snow before we started last week. We had sleet at half time. It probably affected handling a little bit, but in the main it was a really high quality contest last week between Edinburgh and Glasgow. If anything, I think Edinburgh this week will perhaps have been working on their set piece. Lineouts, and particularly the Irish teams, are always very strong at the lineout, and that's probably an area that Edinburgh will have identified.
Yeah, exactly. A few kind of set piece errors from Edinburgh last week, so as you say, they'll be looking to rectify them this week. And yet again, as you say, Irish teams are renowned for having fantastic scrums and fantastic lineouts. They're led by Hannah O'Connor, who we've seen in the Six Nations, and she will be kind of a brilliant leader in terms of that forwards pack for the Wolfhounds today. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up, and as I say, should be an exciting one.
Well, we'll have a look at the team sheets in just a second. You mentioned one player there. Pick out another 2 or 3 who you think will be influential in today's game.
Yeah, I said it last week. I said Sarah Denham was really, really key for the Edinburgh squad last week. She was fantastic at organising the forwards, but also that back line. You've got Briar McNamara and you've got Emma Orr making her Edinburgh debut today. Unfortunately missed out last week on she was ill, but amazing to see her in that starting team, starting at 13. And Rachel Phillips, who started at 13 last week, has gone to fullback. She'll be exciting. She'll be popping up left, right and centre. A really, really brilliant and exciting team.
Well, let's have a look at the teams now. The Edinburgh squad features 9 Premiership players, 6 from Edinburgh University, 6 transitional players who've been identified through the Scottish Qualified Programme, and 4 Scotland internationals, including Emma Orr, who makes her Edinburgh debut this afternoon after missing out through illness last weekend. Head coach Claire Cruikshank said last weekend was an incredibly enjoyable occasion for the whole squad. However, it's now about backing up our performance against a strong Wolfhounds side. We're expecting a physical battle with more of an emphasis on the set piece and the kicking battle in open play. Well, Cruikshank has made 4 changes to her starting team. 2 in the front row. Tanashi Muzambe of Exeter Chiefs, Scotland international, starts on the loose head side of the scrum, with Molly Pullman of Watsonian starting at tight head, both rewarded for impressive performances off the bench last weekend. Nicola Haynes, the Saracens hooker, between them in the front row. Another Saracens player, Fiona McIntosh, in the second row alongside Natasha Logan, and in the back row, vice captain Alex Stewart, along with her Kirstoffer Cougars teammate Meryn Gunderson, and they combine with Gemma Bell of Hartpury University. All international half-back pairing, Jenny Maxwell makes her second appearance after a long injury layoff. Played 20 minutes last week. We'll expect to see her feature for 30 or 40 minutes this week, and she is alongside captain Sarah Denham of Edinburgh University. An exciting centre pairing. Brian McNamara, player of the match last weekend, combines with Emma Orr of Heriots and Biggar, only 20 years old and already 14 caps to her name, with 3 tries for the national side. She makes her debut today for Edinburgh Rugby. And Rachel Phillips, who deputised superbly for Orr at outside centre last week, again rewarded for a strong performance, retained in the starting lineup, but this time at fullback. And in the wings again, Edinburgh University pairing Hannah Walker on the right, and Kieran Bell, who scored Edinburgh Rugby's first ever try in the women's game, is on the left. And a look now at the Wolfhounds. The Wolfhounds are made up of players from the Ulster and Leinster provinces. They've made 5 changes to their squad, which beat the Clovers last weekend. Their head coach Neil Alcorn said, "We were delighted with the win last weekend, but more importantly with the squad performance, and we're looking forward to another run out this Saturday against a strong Scottish side." So just the one change in the pack, with Emer Curry starting in the second row. In the back division, Katie Whelan starts at scrum half this week alongside her old Belvedere half-back partner Dana O'Brien. And it's all change in the back 3, with Natasha Behan moving from full-back to wing to accommodate Ella Durkin, who will wear the number 15 jersey today, and Amy Clark moves to the opposite wing. Niamh Marley drops to the bench, and Aoife Moore will make her debut from the bench in the front row. We're just waiting on the sides appearing from the tunnel, around about 90 seconds to kick off. And Rachel, not quite the crowd we had last week, which of course to be expected, a local derby, 2,000 people crammed into this stand, but it has to be said, still a very healthy turnout.
Yeah, super exciting. As we said last week, having this Celtic challenge and having the opportunity for these girls to play for both Edinburgh and Glasgow, the Scottish teams, is super exciting. And to have a fantastic stadium like the Hive that can host the girls is another amazing opportunity. So not quite as full a stand, but still plenty of people, and no doubt they will have come with their cheering voices on today. So fingers crossed they can make quite the noise.
Well, out come the Wolfhounds, led by their captain Hannah O'Connor of Blackrock College and Leinster. Just behind her, Linda Jugang, one of 3 try scorers last week. And we can hear the crowd noise as out come Edinburgh Rugby, led by captain Sarah Denham of Edinburgh University, a Scotland international. Just one final word from the respective captains in their huddles. And it looks like it will be the Wolfhounds to kick off. Michael Todd, the man in the middle this week. He'll be assisted by Sam O'Neill and Chelsea Gillespie, who was also on duty here last weekend for the Edinburgh-Glasgow derby.
Yeah, cheers mate, thank you. Edinburgh, you ready? Taylor? Are we ready? You go left or right?
And it will be Dana O'Brien of Old Belvedere to get the match underway. Left-footed kick. That'll land
carried back in.
Just inside the Edinburgh 22, not taken cleanly the first time of asking. Jenny Maxwell with her first touch. Great to see her back involved. Last week left the pitch with a smile on her face after 20 minutes. She sends the ball back to Brian McNamara, player of the match last week. And that ball not taken cleanly, goes into touch on halfway over on the far side of the pitch.
That's worked out quite nicely for Edinburgh there. Good exit from Brian McNamara, good forward carries to set them that platform, and then yeah, just an unfortunate error there, but gives Edinburgh the attacking line out, and to hopefully strike something from just inside their own half.
be Nicola Haynes, Saracens hooker. One of 6 transitional players in this Edinburgh squad. Plenty of options in that line out. Finds Fiona McIntosh, also Saracens. And Edinburgh Rugby get them all well set. Trundling forward. Jenny Maxwell puts hands in, just picks her moment, and back it comes to Panache Muzambe. Big carry from the loose head prop. Back to Denham. Very nearly put Emma Orr through a hole. That's been knocked on though by Wolfhounds, so referee plays advantage. Kieran Bell, first try scorer last weekend for Edinburgh Rugby. Maxwell out to hooker Nicola Haynes. Quick ball through 2 sets of hands. Molly Pullman getting rewarded for an excellent performance off the bench, both in the loose and at scrum time last weekend. Drives her legs forward. Referee playing advantage here, so Edinburgh can roll the dice. Now the ball doesn't come back as the Wolfhounds taking that ball down, and if he had called them all taken down illegally, penalty Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's a good bit of attacking play there from Edinburgh. Unfortunate, just a little bit of miscommunication, I think, between Sarah Denham and Emma Orr. It was a beautiful line from her. There was a nice bit of space. She found a soft shoulder, but really good ball retention. That knock on from the Wolfhounds spread it to Kieran Bell. A good attacking phase there. I think Molly Pullman just got caught a little bit upright in that tackle and got held up, but luckily they brought it to deck. So we've got a brilliant line out just inside the 22.
Brian McNamara finding a safe touch. 15 metres or so away from the Wolfhounds try line. Good throw taken cleanly in the middle. We've already seen the power of the Edinburgh Mall from the line out. No surprise to see them set them all again, driving towards the try line. 5 metres or so short now. Crabbing sideways, still now going forward again. The referee says play on. Nicola Haynes in control, but back it comes. Panache Muzambe with the carry. Denham with the switch of play to Brian McNamara. Lost her footing there. Quick ball again, and there's space out wide. Ball couldn't be taken cleanly by either Hannah Walker or Rachel Phillips. The referee comes back and says that Aoife Dalton, the Wolfhounds outside centre, was offside, so Edinburgh will have another chance.
That's a really, really brilliant bit of set piece there from Edinburgh. Chosen to go for the 5-man line out.
Well, we're away again. Jenny Maxwell feeds Panache Muzambe. Stopped just short by the Wolfhounds, defending their own try line here. That's been countered by the Wolfhounds.
Take a step, one, take a step. Thank you.
This will come back in the Wolfhounds side. Katie Whelan feeds the ball. One of her forwards. It's good ground. This creates a better angle for kicking. That won't find touch though. Kieran Bell waiting under that. Takes it nicely. Steps in field. Off the left foot. Taken down eventually inside the 22. So it's still Edinburgh on attack. The ball out the back to Denham. Quick hands to Panache Muzambe again. Prominent in the opening exchanges. Way to the right, Edinburgh go again. And now there's space inside the 22. Edinburgh stopped about 15 metres short. Back to come to Molly Pullman. Again, the strong leg drive from the tight head prop. And Sarah Denham, Panache Muzambe again, both props. Willing ball carriers in the opening stages of this one. And once again, the Wolfhounds come through the middle. Still on the Edinburgh side though. And once again, Molly Pullman with the carry. Jenny Maxwell scurries across. Good quick ball. Half break by Edinburgh. Still inside the 22. Couldn't quite get the tip pass in there. And Edinburgh looking dangerous on attack. Ball's been lost, but no knock on. So still Edinburgh in possession, now about 8 metres short of the try line. Could be taken by Merrin Gunderson, but no knock on.
Back again.
Again, Emma Orr involved, Kieran Bell now. Some space on this left touchline.
First ball, good steal.
In come the hands though from the Wolfhounds, who've stolen that one.
Mark Edinburgh.
Survived that Edinburgh attack. Again, happy to play a phase just to set up the kick. Once again, that stays in field. Kieran Bell can't take that one, but bounces nicely for Rachel Phillips. Across to Hannah Walker, the right wing. Edinburgh certainly getting plenty of ball in the opening stages here. Wolfhounds surviving on 2 occasions inside their 22. This time Denham opts to put boot to ball. It was read nicely over on the far side by Dan O'Brien. Sends that long into Edinburgh territory. Eventually taken by Edinburgh inside their 22. Look to run the ball out. Away goes Hannah Walker. Ruck centre field, Edinburgh. Play to the right.
Take a step, please. Step.
Jenny Maxwell back to Brian McNamara. Again sends that long, manages to get that over the heads of the defence. And the defence. Chase perhaps a little slow there. The tackle made just on the Edinburgh side of halfway. Good quick hands, but it doesn't quite work. It's been snapped up by McNamara and finds its way out into the hands of Emma Orr. Play now on the Wolfhounds 10-metre line. The referee playing an advantage. Wolfhounds certainly competitive at the breakdown, but illegal on this occasion. And away go Edinburgh Rugby again. Fiona McIntosh. Breathless stuff.
Tackle's completely unreleasable.
A penalty this time goes the way of the Wolfhounds. No release by McIntosh on the floor. And a chance for the Wolfhounds to perhaps slow things down and find touch and give everybody a breather.
Yeah, goodness me, I'm not entirely sure how many phases of play we played there, but that was end-to-end stuff, wasn't it? Really, really good bit of attacking play by Edinburgh. It was clear to see what they were trying to do. They're trying to get into that 13 channel with a kind of as dangerous centre pairing as they have. That's probably where they're ideally trying to attack. So really, really good bit of possession from them. But as you say, those Wolfhounds are all over the ball, so Edinburgh need to be nice and quick and make sure they secure ball over the rucks. Not a fantastic kick here to clear, so the Wolfhounds will have a little bit of work to do to get out of their own half, but first time that they properly had the ball, so it'll be interesting to see what they look to do.
Ball taken cleanly at the front of the lineup, but then they break away through Aoife Wafer. Blackrock College open side flanker, and then space at the side of the breakdown, and away go the Wolfhounds. Tackle made by Kieran Bell. It had to be made inside the Edinburgh 22. Ball knocked on, but first real attacking opportunity for the Wolfhounds, and they almost made it pay.
Yeah, that was a lovely little snipe from Katie Whelan there. I think she just spotted a gap around the side of the ruck, and through she went. Nice little bit of footwork from her too. I think she looks like she's down at the minute. Really good tackle from Kieran Bell coming from behind and just forced that knock on. But yeah, just got caught short there. I think Fee McIntosh was trying to fill the gap and just left that kind of guard around the ruck, and Whelan was straight on it, straight through the gap. Really nice bit of footwork, as I say, but really good cover tackle from Kieran Bell and just forced that knock on there.
Yeah.
Both teams looking to play a really fast kind of game. Edinburgh with the kind of tap and goes, they've done that a few times, even though we know their set piece is pretty good, we know that line out is really strong and the drive has been outstanding. They are looking to keep that tempo. Whether or not they're both kind of playing the game of who's going to be the fittest in this game, it'll be interesting to see, but yeah, both teams looking to play a really fast game.
Well, thankfully Katie Whelan, who made the break, seems to be okay after some treatment. Scrum half spotting a space at the side of the breakdown, darting through and only brought down. A great tackle by Kieran Bell, the Edinburgh University winger. So scrum down, Edinburgh ball inside their 22. The ball in from Jenny Maxwell to the feet of Merrin Gunderson. Picks up, but she's met with a solid tackle by Aoife Wayford, but referee Michael Todd saying that she had come off too early. A penalty awarded to Edinburgh.
Yeah, you could see her creeping up the side of that there, just looking. Clearly had knew that Edinburgh's 8 was going to pick that. So yeah, she just creeped up and got caught, having left that scrum early.
McNamara again with the touch finder. Jenny Maxwell looking sharp in the opening stages, as we said last week. First game in something like 20 months, played 20 minutes. She's already looking like she's up a level today.
Yeah, no, exactly. It'll be really exciting. Hopefully she'll be allowed a few more minutes this week, so we'll get to see more of her magic.
She's not at scrum half here, as Edinburgh set the 5+1 line out. However, throw not straight by Nicola Haynes, who doesn't agree with referee Michael Todd.
Option captain.
Wolfhounds have opted for the line out.
Interesting, we've only seen one scrum so far and they looked pretty solid, so interesting that they've gone for this line out, clearly backing this set piece.
11 minutes played here at Hive Stadium in Edinburgh, still scoreless. And again the Wolfhounds break away from the line out rather than driving. That pass couldn't be taken cleanly. The Wolfhounds just struggling to go through any phases with the little ball that they've had so far.
Quite interesting off both of the lineouts that we've seen the Wolfhounds have so far. They were looking to attack that fringe, that little bit of a gap between the kind of the back line and the forwards. Both times they've looked to have a strong forward carry coming through. Whether or not that's something they've identified last week from when Edinburgh played against Glasgow, be interesting to see if they continue to use that throughout the game. We
spoke about it in commentary last week that Glasgow had perhaps identified the same thing and were looking to play away from the lineouts, but that's a solid scrum from Edinburgh, picked up by Gunderson. Feeds her scrum half, and then Brian McNamara clean through the middle. She's got Orr with her. Flick out the back door, and Emma Orr takes that and races away to the try line. The two centres combining perfectly. Brian McNamara with the break. Emma Orr always on her shoulder, and then a little flick out the back door from Brian McNamara, and Emma Orr with too much pace for the Wolfhounds defence. Edinburgh Rugby going for the opening try.
I can't keep talking about her. Brian McNamara, no, absolutely outstanding. It was a really, really nice set piece from the forwards. Merrin Gunderson peels away, gives it to Jenny Maxwell. Brian McNamara coming really, really short, and she's got Emma Orr. It's an out the back door, it's a Sunnyville Williams, it's a Brian McNamara special, so that was absolutely outstanding, and Emma Orr under the sticks.
Impress the coaches, get the ticks in the box. Oh yeah, Jill will be happy. How are we looking so far? First 13 gone.
It'll be Brian McNamara, who was the provider. He should have the most straightforward of conversions from out in front of the post, makes no mistake there. Adds the extras. Edinburgh Rugby 7, the Wolfhounds 0. Hopefully they will. Highlights will edit out my attempt at Emma Orr's name on about 4 occasions, but
too much excitement.
It was great, and we spoke about the centres last week and how well Brian McNamara combined with Rachel Phillips. Well, you can see already that she has a great understanding with Emma Orr.
Yeah, no, outstanding. I don't even think Emma Orr had to say anything there. Brian McNamara knew she was on her shoulder, and yeah, a lovely, lovely, lovely pass for her to go under the sticks.
Orr missing out last week due to illness. She makes her Edinburgh debut today. And Edinburgh, has to be said, well worth their lead after 14 minutes in this Celtic Challenge game. Brian McNamara in under pressure there, so didn't get her kick away cleanly, taken just on the Wolfhounds side of halfway. Half break there by the Wolfhounds. Looking to go through a few more phases here. Very little ball to speak of so far. But it comes to this right touchline. Ella Durkin starting at fullback today. The Wolfhounds go to the forwards again and out into the midfield. Quick pass and then the tip on. Finds some space in the Edinburgh defence. Dwyer McNamara in on the tackle, looking to create the maul, but referee Michael Todd calls the tackle. The Wolfhounds play away, and the Edinburgh defence looking slightly out of shape there. Referee playing advantage, none coming. A quick tap and go by the Wolfhounds. Edinburgh clearly not 10 there.
Yeah, as I said earlier, looking again to go for those quick opportunities and those quick tap penalties. Noticing that the Edinburgh team weren't back 10, and she's run into one of the Edinburgh players who wasn't back 10 and has got another 10 metres for her team. Interesting there to see that just how much the Wolfhounds are trying to stretch this defence. They only got to the 15 and they still look to come round the corner, so they're trying to stretch that defence, look for the holes through the middle, and here they've got another great platform from this line out.
So 2 lineouts for the Wolfhounds so far, both of which they have played away from. Perhaps be tempted to drive this one. Well, they'll get the chance because that was overthrown. And Edinburgh race away up out of their 22. Back to Panache Muzambe to reach for that, did well to take that, the Scotland international. However, holding on the deck. And penalty again awarded to Wolfhounds, just building their way slowly into this game.
Yeah, that was a lovely steal at the back of that line out from Alex Stewart. Just a bit of miscommunication there from the Wolfhounds, didn't quite get that the jumper up in time, and Alex Stewart makes a lovely break here, steps the scrum half, goes on the outside, and then just a pass that was falling off of from Nash there, so she did have to dive for it, left herself a little bit isolated, and the Wolfhounds were straight over that ball for the turnover.
Alex Stewart, the vice-captain, Christopher Cougar's open side flanker. She got better and better as the game went on last week. Good work at the line out there, but Edinburgh find themselves back from whence they came, and this time no mistake at the line out from the Wolfhounds, and they do set up the drive. Stewart told to get out of there, and the Wolfhounds working their way towards the try line. This will be hard to stop. The Wolfhounds still in control. The referee playing an advantage, but they don't need it. The try awarded to the Wolfhounds. Looking to see who comes up last. I think it will be Sarah Delaney. The Wolfhounds hooker scored a try last weekend, and she gets the first try of the afternoon for the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, we know how dangerous the Irish can be with that drive and maul. Really, really good control, really, really good patience as well. It looked like it had stopped a few times. It'd gone a little bit left, a little bit right. But no, really, really great patience. And yes, Sarah Delaney there over. As all good hookers, they get all the glory from that. So no, a really, really nice bit of set piece there from the Wolfhounds, and they're straight back into this game.
We did mention in the build-up how good the Irish sides are at the line out. Their previous attempt hadn't gone cleanly. Edinburgh coming up with the ball, but quickly turning over again with a penalty. Gave the Wolfhounds another opportunity, and they made no mistake at the second time of asking. That conversion attempt falling just short by Dana O'Brien. But the Wolfhounds, having had very little possession to speak of in the opening 19 minutes or so of this game, get themselves a try. It's Edinburgh Rugby 7, Wolfhounds 5. McNamara with the restart.
Set.
It's the Wolfhounds forwards just outside their 22. Back it goes to O'Brien. That left-footed kick downfield taken by Rachel Phillips, fullback this week, removed from outside centre. Very comfortable in either of the centre positions or any of the back three positions. Brian McNamara finds some space on the left touchline, puts boot to ball. Sent that infield, but I don't think anybody on the same wavelength there.
Stop in front, Ireland.
That might find its way back into the hands of McNamara.
Yep.
Ball, I think, knocked on by Brian McNamara. The scrum down, Wolfhounds ball.
Yeah, as you say, I don't think anyone was on the same wavelength as there. I think she was running out a little bit of space. She'd handed her the winger off, and I think she was running out a little bit of space. She popped that on the inside of her boot, was hoping that there was someone coming from the inside to chase that. So yeah, just a nice bit of skill there, but unfortunately I don't think anyone was on the same wavelength as Briar was.
The ball comes in to the Wolfhounds scrum from Katie Whelan. Immediately the drive comes on from Edinburgh Rugby. The Wolfhounds play away. And there could be space in that left touchline if they can get the ball out there into the hands of Amy Clark. We've switched from right to left wing this week to accommodate the changes in the Wolfhounds back three. A loud blast in the whistle. Michael Todd. I think there's an injury to one of the Edinburgh players who found themselves trapped at the bottom there.
Both dipped for me, that's what.
Yeah, I think a little head knock there. Referee was very, very quick. They've been increasingly concerned about kind of head knocks in rugby, so no, good to see that the referee spotted that one nice and quickly, stopped play there and then, and to allow the player to receive the care that they need.
Let's look at the replay here and see the Wolfhounds just identifying space on the left touchline. A nice handling.
Yeah, only thing I'd say about that attack there is everybody's quite lateral. Everybody's running quite lateral, which makes it fairly easy to defend. Really good tackle there from Hannah Walker on Amy Clark. I'm not sure if it's Hannah that just gets trapped in there. Nope, she's back on her feet. Is it the next one?
Yeah, the Euro scrum, yeah.
The Edinburgh player looked like she'd just lost her footing as she came in to the breakdown there. Not sure if it was a head knocker, it was maybe more a knee, but back on her feet. I think the decision just being made now seems to be, is it Sarah Denham?
Yeah,
I think it's Sarah Denham. Seems to be okay, thankfully, for Edinburgh. Hugely important. The captain combining with her fellow Scotland international Jenny Maxwell at half back today for Edinburgh Rugby.
That sun is so bright, it's so difficult to see over there, isn't it?
The better scrum from the Wolfhounds. Wrap around, it's good work, finds space in the midfield. Tackle half made by Denham, but that's found space once again as the Wolfhounds take play up into the 22 and keep the ball alive. A great attacking position here for the Wolfhounds. Centre field again, quick hands as the forwards combine, and now the leg drive towards that Edinburgh try line, stopped just a metre or so short. Again to the forwards, Linda Jugang, who scored last week in the loose head prop. It was very close, however, that ball held up by Edinburgh. It's a good defence, and it will be a goal line dropout.
Yeah, really good bit of defence there from Edinburgh. Really good set piece from the Wolfhounds. Notice how their wingers are sitting nice and wide, allowing their centres to come into that. O'Brien, who has been fantastic for Ireland in the Six Nations, she's really key, and those lovely little hands gets that half break. But yeah, really, really good defence there from Edinburgh, and a chance to clear their lines.
The goal line dropout, again just going over the head of the final defender. Wolfhounds carry this back hard. Again, just growing into this game. The forwards look dangerous, making good ground with the carries, keeping the ball alive. Little tip-ons causing problems for the Edinburgh defence. Tackle made by Tanashi Muzambe. Again, tough, so she makes a little hut to that left touchline. Good injection of pace by Amy Clark as she raced onto that ball.
No, not got advantage first. She's like,
Edinburgh contesting the ball at the breakdown. It's been knocked on by Edinburgh. I think everybody caught in two minds there. Wolfhounds seem to pause for a moment. Away they go again, attacking inside the Edinburgh 22. Denied just a moment ago. Linda Jugang was held up over the Edinburgh try line. There's some space in that Edinburgh defence. Important tackle made there by Natasha Logan. Edinburgh University second row.
that's still good as well. Okay, Wolfhound, leave it.
It was stolen by Edinburgh and stolen back by the Wolfhounds. Finding space just around the side of the breakdown. Shouldn't really be there. Jugang again looking for her second try in the competition. Scrappy ball flicked between the legs, and that could well work for the Wolfhounds if they can get the ball out to the space on the left. Tackle made by McNamara. Still the Wolfhounds hammering away in this Edinburgh try line. Good footwork again, just trying to find weak shoulders. Brown just stepping back and telling her scrum half Katie Whelan to use the forwards. However, that ball lost and away. Go Edinburgh Rugby up out of the 22. Ball's been lost again. Snapped up by Jenny Maxwell, but the ball had already been knocked forward by Edinburgh. But once again, the Edinburgh Rugby defence holding firm, keeping out the Wolfhounds, and then looking to run out of defence when the ball was turned over.
Yeah, really good defence here from Edinburgh. They get one or two really dominant hits, which fantastic hit there, double hit that forced that knock.
Meryn Gunderson, Kirstoffen Cougars number 8, breaking away. Found her support, but the next pass went astray. And it looked dangerous for a moment if Edinburgh had managed to keep that ball in hand.
Yeah, no, exactly. We spoke about Edinburgh Rugby's offloading ability last week. They were really good. They were finding soft shoulders, and they were able to get those offloads away, which was allowing them to get on the front foot, play fast-paced rugby, which is what they are really good and what allows their centres and their wingers into the game when they get fast, quick balls. So, yeah, really good from them, and it did look dangerous. There's been a few times that Edinburgh have made breaks, and it's just been that last pass that's not quite gone to hand. So, something that we'll be keen to see in the rest of this game is just that last little click, that last little pass sticking, and because I'm sure they would be under the post a lot more.
Just a bit of tape on the boot.
Brittany Hogan, Wolfhounds number 8, is getting some treatment. Again, seems to be okay.
She'll start out the scrum. Time back on. Here's the mark.
One of the Edinburgh players also down, back on their feet. So back for a scrum. The ball knocked on by Edinburgh as they look to break out of defence. So a scrum for the Wolfhounds over on the far side of the pitch between the Edinburgh 22 and 10 metre line. It's a great attacking position for the Wolfhounds.
Both sides. Goes a gap slightly too big. Let's just come in slightly.
The explanation from referee Michael Todd is the gap between the front rows too big. Again, if anybody has had an upper hand, it's perhaps been Edinburgh at scrum time.
Yeah, they have looked really dominant. Really good front row. You've got Nashi, you've got Nick Haynes, who was outstanding last week as well, and you've got Molly Pullman of Watsonians, a really fantastic scrummager as well.
Wolfhounds holding firm there and able to play away from Whelan to O'Brien. Then out to fullback Ella Durkin. Again, there's space on this right touchline. Natasha Behan there in support. And Behan takes the ball, taken down by Rachel Phillips. Edinburgh Rugby fullback. Wolfhounds again having had very little possession in the opening 20 minutes. The dominant side in the last 5 or 6. Stopped 8 metres or so short of the Edinburgh try line. Again, the forwards come round the corner. It's a good tackle by Panache Muzambe. Good quick ball again for the Wolfhounds using their feet. Tackle made by Alex Stewart. That's a nice flat pass. Wolfhounds 5 metres or so short now. Linda Jugang Once more with the carry. Again, that tip on, just keeping the Edinburgh Rugby defence guessing. Up to the task for now. Pick and go now from the Wolfhounds forwards, 2 metres short. Jugan waiting, asks for support. She may not need it, fights her way towards the try line. The referee says short, but it's still with the Wolfhounds, who now have an advantage. Back it comes. Again, very close. Tackle made by Kieran Bell. Seems almost inevitable, and in they go, in the corner. And that is right wing Natasha Behan who scores for the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, almost inevitable there. Really, really good bit of pressure from the Wolfhounds. You can see what they were doing, having been really, really dynamic around those rucks. They're forcing Edinburgh to tighten up that little bit in defence. Their strong ball carries getting over the game line, and then yeah, that was just nice and easy. Really good hands and an easy 2-on-1 to finish that in the corner. Edinburgh will be disappointed with that. That was a really, really good phase of defensive play from them. They were getting up off the line, they were getting in their faces, and they were forcing the errors. So Edinburgh will be disappointed with that. But yeah, really nice bit of play from the Wolfhounds, carrying hard in the middle, tightening the Edinburgh defence up, and then looking to go wide, and a lovely set of hands to finish.
Dana O'Brien with the conversion attempt from out wide. Didn't quite have enough on that. So. In fact, I think that was Ella Durkin with the conversion attempt, the fullback. Either way, the Wolfhounds having trailed by 7 points to 0 after 13 minutes. 2 tries, unsuccessful with conversions, but they now lead by 10 points to 7. McNamara keeps this one a little shorter. Taken by the Wolfhounds back to O'Brien. Rachel Phillips again comfortable under that one. Tackled just on the Edinburgh side of halfway. Jenny Maxwell to Molly Tolman. Several strong carries in the opening 10 minutes or so of this game. Edinburgh switch play again to the right. Pass rather forced, didn't go to hand, and it's been snapped up by the Wolfhounds. However, ball knocked on by the Wolfhounds. Edinburgh rather forcing things that went from Denham to Mozambique. You could see there was space out there. Sort of shoveled the ball on, and the Wolfhounds were the first to react to the loose ball. Fortunately for Edinburgh, knocked on, and it will be scrummed down to the home side.
Yeah, you can see the Wolfhounds are quite well regimented in getting round the corner in defence. Edinburgh have noticed that, and they've come a few phases to this left hand side, and then they've switched it back to the right because the space is there. So the Wolfhounds, they're just getting round the corner, filling the gaps rather than actually looking up as to what's in front of them. Edinburgh have identified that and are looking to play back, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not the Wolfhounds change their defensive structure or whether or not they stick to that.
This time the pressure comes on at scrum time from the Wolfhounds. Oh, hits McNamara, just caught by the one leg. She looked like she was through. Again, Edinburgh found space in this left touchline. Kieran Bell cuts back in field, hit hard on the tackle. Jenny Maxwell on hand quickly, feed the forwards. And Gunderson. Good carry by the Edinburgh forward. Back to Maxwell. And there again, it's Denham to juggle that one. See what she's trying to do there. The speed with which she was forced to make that pass there didn't go to hands, been kicked away by the Wolfhounds, rolls into touch. It'll be an Edinburgh line out.
Yeah, I wonder if Edinburgh are just trying to play that little bit too flat. The Wolfhounds are coming off the line really, really quickly, and Sarah Denham's finding herself often having caught the ball with someone on top of her, if not someone on top of the player she's trying to give it to. So potentially Edinburgh need to either take a little step backwards and just give themselves that bit more time, because the Wolfhounds defence is coming off the line at some rate of pace.
Nicola Haynes finds Fiona McIntosh, the two Saracens players combining at the line out. And again, good drive from the line out. Edinburgh Mall looking very well organised. Still going forward, up over halfway now. Jenny Maxwell waiting on this one. Back to Panache Muzambe. This is Molly Pullman along with her. Back to Denham. Brian McNamara clean through, and again she's got Emma Orr with her if she can find her centre partner. Orr unable to take that. But the two centres again combining beautifully. The break from Brian McNamara, and you called it, Rachel, they just took a step back, they gave themselves an extra metre there. We can see it on the replay. And if Emma Orr had taken that pass, she was in for her second try.
Yeah, they work so nicely together, but it's also that delay on that pass from Sarah Denham. She looks so dangerous when she gets the ball, and Brian McNamara is so good at finding a soft shoulder straight through a gap there. And yeah, as you say, if that ball had gone to hand, and Emma Orr was again under the sticks. So lovely little bit of play there from Edinburgh. It's just that last little bit that's not quite clicking for them.
Well, the pick from the scrum by Brittany Hogan, and there's space again up this right touchline. Away goes Natasha Behan, but brought down. A solid tackle by her opposite number, Kieran Bell. Still with the Wolfhounds, just on their side of halfway.
Please don't try and buy the penalty from me.
Wheeling out to O'Brien. The pass to the forwards in the midfield. And this time, O'Brien sees space in the Edinburgh 22. Doesn't bounce nicely for Rachel Phillips. And it's now the Wolfhounds in possession in the Edinburgh 22. Vision by Dana O'Brien. Finds space inside the 22. And it's worked for her team as they're awarded a penalty and a chance for them now to put that ball into the corner.
Yeah, something we've not talked about, but is Dana O'Brien's ability for kicking from hand. She's really, really good at identifying the space. We've seen her do it for Ireland in the last Six Nations, so that was really, really good. Nice bit of identification of space, and yeah, just an unlucky bounce. It's a bouncing ball, it never bounces the way that you want to, and Rachel Phillips was unfortunate there. But yeah, this gives the Wolfhounds another attacking platform, and we know how strong they are once they get into the opposition's 22.
On the line, please, Edinburgh.
The Wolfhounds scored their first try from almost exactly the same position through Sarah Delaney. Again, untidy at the line out. The coaching staff will not be happy with that. Brian McNamara sends that ball downfield. The Wolfhounds will bring this one back hard. Edinburgh still defending inside their 22, and balls come out. Snapped up by Edinburgh, however, holding on the ground, and once more the penalty awarded away of the Wolfhounds.
Yeah, it's such a physical battle in these rucks, isn't it? Somebody steals ball, somebody steals it back, so yeah. We know how solid the Irish are. We know they have a big pack, lots of experience in there. But again, that Edinburgh squad, as we said, they've got plenty of experience in that pack too. So it's been a really, really good physical battle between the forwards so far today.
Well, it took the Wolfhounds 2 attempts to score the first try from the line out. And been given another chance here by Edinburgh. Again, this will be very hard for Edinburgh to stop. The Wolfhounds look well organised there, and over they go. Sarah Delaney, the hooker, with her second try and her side's second try of the match. Again, the throw from Delaney hit her line out, and they really do look well organised in that maul when they get themselves set. Edinburgh defence unable to stop that. And the Wolfhounds extend their lead. They lead by 15 points to 7.
Yeah, it's almost a carbon copy of that first their first try, sorry. Almost a carbon copy of that. Really, really strong maul there, and yeah, nice and easy, a hooker's dream just to go over there. Edinburgh will be disappointed with that. Their line-out defence has been good. I think we're just a little bit too upright hitting that and not able to get kind of underneath Delaney there.
Well, again, the conversion unsuccessful. 3 missed kicks, but 3 tries now for the Wolfhounds. 3 tries without reply from Edinburgh. They'll be frustrated because they've had opportunities. MOR really should have gone in for Edinburgh's second try.
Yeah, 90 seconds left of this first half. Edinburgh will be looking to kind of finish on a high. If they can get down there and apply some pressure, then hopefully they can.
Well, that's been charged down, bounces kindly for the Wolfhounds. Could have gone wrong for the Irish side. Back it goes to O'Brien, and Rachel Phillips having to race forward onto that, didn't quite get there in time, and the ball knocked on.
Yeah, I think there was just a little bit of miscommunication there between wingers and Rachel Phillips there. I think Hannah on that far side and Rachel just a little bit, as I say, a bit of miscommunication and an unfortunate drop ball there. Again, it gives Wolfhounds a platform here with just kind of 30 seconds left.
Crouch! Bind!
Again, pressure coming on from that Edinburgh scrum.
This is round on the mark, ladies. Reset.
It's been a really, really quick game, and everybody's been looking to play fast ball, so there will be some tired bodies there. 39 minutes just on the stroke of half time. There will be some tired bodies there, whether or not that's shown here with this scrum.
We spoke in the build-up about the impact that the 2 Edinburgh props had made off the bench last week. Tanashi Muzambe, Scotland international, from Exeter Chiefs, and Molly Pullman of Watsonians. Certainly had a go at that Wolfhounds scrum, just about holding firm. Back it comes on the Irish side. They took boot to ball. This could bounce nicely for Natasha Behan, who's already scored 1 try. And gathered by the Irish right wing. Perhaps one last attacking opportunity at the end of the first half for the Wolfhounds, carried on by Aoife Wafer. If you playing high, an advantage for a high tackle by Sarah Denham. So Edinburgh having conceded 3 tries after their opening try.
Can't reward that extra roll, back we go.
Really don't want to concede again before half time. The referee comes back, no advantage accruing, so a penalty here for the Wolfhounds, and perhaps a chance then for them to put this ball into the corner.
I spoke about it earlier, offset piece, just how wide the Wolfhounds wingers were sitting. That was a lovely, lovely kick from O'Brien, and found the winger over here, Bian, and so nice little bit of vision there for O'Brien, and they've popped it in the corner. No doubt they'll do what they've done for the past 2 scores, so we'll see.
And Sarah Delaney, the hooker, already has 2 tries to her name. She'll be perhaps looking for a hat-trick here. Not handed back cleanly. The hooker has to pounce on that ball. Wolfhounds unable to make anything from the line out. Still in possession. Big tackle made by Edinburgh. It's still with the Wolfhounds, and Linda Jugan was carried well in this first half. Troops massing on the left-hand side for the Wolfhounds. Gunderson in with the tackle. Zhugang again to tip that ball on. Steps back inside. Sets up the ruck. Forwards come round the corner. Met with force in the tackle. It's timed by Molly Pullman. Back to the left they go. And the defence again holding firm, and they really need to here, trailing by 15 points to 7. So we approach half time. Ball comes squirting out the back. The referee Michael Todd does well to get out the way there. It comes from Katie Whelan. It's a loose pass. And that's been stolen by Alex Stewart of Corstorphine Cougars. And Briar McNamara pivots and tries to find space in behind, but again taken by the Wolfhounds back three. Natasha Behan, the right winger, pops up on the left. The Wolfhounds players down in the 22. That ball kicked away, goes straight into touch, and with that the referee blows for half time. Well, it was certainly an interesting first half, and it was Edinburgh Rugby who opened the scoring with only 13 minutes on the clock. The Wolfhounds slowly built their way into the game. They scored their first try in the 17-minute mark, and then it really has been all the momentum with the Irish side. Edinburgh Rugby, though, will be frustrated. They had one or two other opportunities inside the 22, and one notable break by Briar McNamara, and the ball couldn't be taken cleanly by her centre partner Emma Orr. Still all to play for here in the second half at the Hive Stadium. And the half-time score in the Celtic Challenge, it's Edinburgh Rugby 7, the Wolfhounds 15. We can have a quick look back at the highlights of the first half. You can see there the break by Briar McNamara, and on her right shoulder her centre partner Emma Orr, and then the ball just flicked out the back door by McNamara, and there was no stopping Orr from there.
Yeah, we mentioned it at the time. Briar McNamara is brilliant at finding a soft shoulder. She found one there, and it was a lovely Sunnybill Williams out the back to Emma Orr. We almost had a complete replica again, but yeah, as you see, she finds that outside shoulder really, really good, and then it's just a nice and simple 2-on-1. She takes it slightly into contact, commits both the defenders, and a lovely out the back door. I'm not sure Emma Orr will have many more as easy as that.
I'm going to look at it from another angle there. Briar McNamara in very aware of the defenders around her and where her support was, and just timed her pass nicely. So the first try for Edinburgh Rugby, Emma Orr making her debut today. And back came the Wolfhounds 4 minutes later, and it was hooker Sarah Delaney who scored from the line out.
Yeah, it was a good bit of defence here from Edinburgh. They did stop them once or twice and it looked like they weren't getting anywhere, but really, really good patience from the Irish. They just kept hounding. It was Whelan who was kind of demanding that and controlling that, telling them to keep it in, and Delaney that went over for the try. So as I say, it's ideal what all hookers are after. A really strong forward pack, nice and low, carrying nice and hard, and yeah, she was able just to flop over the line.
And then the second try came for Natasha Behan, the right wing. The Wolfhounds had gone through several phases inside the Edinburgh 22, as you said in commentary, sucked in the Edinburgh defence, and then when the space appeared out wide, good hands to get the ball there.
Yeah, as I say, they hounded really, really hard. They were attacking around those rucks. First off, we saw the break from Whelan in the early kind of phases of the game. We saw how dangerous she is around the rucks. That just tightens up that Edinburgh defence. The forwards carry, they were getting outside the third defender. They were tightening then up there as well, and then getting round the corner. Nice quick hands, really, really good, and just able to almost walk it in there.
The right wing, Natasha Behan with the score there, and then Sarah Delaney, the hooker, with her second. They had a bit of a mess of the first attempt to line out, but they got another chance. The ball fed back to the hooker, and from there it looked almost inevitable. Very hard for Edinburgh to stop that.
Yeah, it's almost a carbon copy of that first one, isn't it? Really, really good. Nice bit of set piece from the Irish. We know how strong they are with their mauls, and again, nice control. And what every hooker is after, a nice platform for her just to flop over the line. A lot of that pack play with each other at their clubs, so they know each other pretty well. So yeah, really nice bit of tight unity from that pack to go over again.
None of the 3 conversion attempts by the Wolfhounds successful. Ryan McNamara converting Emma Orr's opening try. So half time here at the Hive Stadium in the Celtic Challenge. It's Edinburgh Rugby 7 and the Wolfhounds 15. With 4 players in Edinburgh colours today were involved in the women's Premiership final between Watsonians and Stirling County last month. We can take a look back now at the highlights of what was a great advert for the club game in Scotland.
They're going to be warmly welcomed onto the pitch, led on by the mascot as well. And these 2 teams have done all they can. The coaches have said all they can say. And it's now time to do the talking on the pitch. Like her partner, then an acute line bursting through and herring through, and Watsonians go in for the first try. And it's Shannon Macy who's just run a brilliant line off the shoulder. The artillery up front, and another robust carry forward. Inches away from the line, but Celtic Gillespie has signalled that there's been a try there. Forwards charge yet again, round the corner, they twist and turn, they go round the corner. And it's over yet again. The Watsonians are getting a firm grip of this game now. As Ainsworth just tears through, and the arc can run, and Stirling County are going to go in for their first try. And again, Murdoch is going to go quickly. Defensive line up quick there from Watsonians. The players are powered over the line. And the defensive resilience yields eventually from Watsonians. Ainsworth again. He just twists, pirouettes, dives over, and she gets the score as well. Kuru to McLaren, who wheels out in trouble, just has to get the offload in, a twist and a turn, and it looks like it's another try. That is going to be the Premiership winning try. So for the first time, has a ball in hand, and Captain Murdoch puts the ball into the point. While the Stirling County players rejoice in jubilation, backs against the wall. It's now captain Judy Murdoch, who would have been dreaming about this last night. Her first season as captain, lifts the trophy to crown Stirling County as the women's Premiership champions.
Welcome back to the Hive Stadium in Edinburgh for second half action in the Celtic Challenge, round 2. Two sides who won their respective derby matches in the opening round of fixtures. Edinburgh Rugby, who got off to the best possible start in this match, try through Emma Orr, giving them the lead. And then 3 tries by the Wolfhounds sees them lead at the break by 15 points to 7. It will be Edinburgh Rugby, the inside centre Briar McNamara, get the second half underway. She sends that one long, taken just outside the Wolfhounds 22. Sun, thankfully, a little lower in the sky. Maybe difficult for Edinburgh for the first 5 or so minutes of this second half. Certainly easier for us in our commentary position. Ball not taken cleanly by Edinburgh from that kick, so it's the Wolfhounds on the attack at the start of the second half. Tackle made by Panache Muzambi, and that Edinburgh defence comes up quickly. Ball charged down, snapped up by Hannah Walker. Edinburgh forcing the mistake there. Wolfhounds coming up equally fast in defence, tackling Panache Muzambi behind the gain line. Edinburgh have lost 10 metres or so there. Still in possession. Change at half back. Looks like Leah Brebner holding on for Jenny Maxwell, and through goes Linda Jugan, one of 3 try scorers for the Wolfhounds last week. The Wolfhounds now on the attack just outside the Edinburgh 22, and out into space in the hands of Aideen Murtagh on in the second half for the Wolfhounds. A chance for the visitors in the opening minute or so of this second half. Ball comes out the back, the referee said play on, and awards a penalty to the Wolfhounds. Natasha Logan, the Edinburgh University second row, just kicking that ball through the ruck.
Yeah, the Wolfhounds look like they've come out all guns blazing at the minute. Edinburgh a bit sleepy in defence. They're missing tackles that they weren't missing in that first half, and allowing the Wolfhounds to get over the gain line with every carry. They're getting quick ball, they're stretching it wide, so Edinburgh will be frustrated with this. There'll need to be some big line defence here if they are to keep the Wolfhounds out again.
Sarah Delaney, the hooker, is the first part of the equation. Hits the front jumper, the ball fed back to the hooker, looking for her hat-trick. He won't get the opportunity here. That ball's been taken down illegally by Edinburgh. But one pass and over they go. Powerful play by the Wolfhounds, and it's Brittany Hogan, the old Belvedere number 8, who goes over for the Wolfhounds bonus point try.
Yeah, that seals them the bonus point, which they'll be pleased with. Just a little bit kind of sloppy from Edinburgh in terms of their defence. Line out here, unfortunately, brought down by us, so it was a penalty advantage, and then that's a lovely line, and just a little bit of miscommunication in defence there. So Edinburgh will be frustrated with that, not the start to the second half that they'll have been after, so we'll need to hopefully get back up there and get back in the Wolfhounds half, and see, we'll like to see a little bit more of it of Edinburgh with ball in hand in this second half.
Dana O'Brien standing over this one. 10 caps for the Irish side. Makes absolutely no mistake there, right through the middle of the uprights. Carlow-born player. First successful conversion of the day, and the Wolfhounds lead by 22 points to 7.
Say again.
So not the start to the second half that Edinburgh were looking for.
Inside.
And the restart by Brian McNamara. Taken by the Wolfhounds just outside their 22. Tackle made by Molly Pullman.
Let's carry back.
Another untidy kick is forced there, taken
That's backwards, all back.
well by Sarah Denham, the captain. Edinburgh lost a bit of ground here, but in possession. Possession of the second half. Meryn Gunderson, the Christopherson Cougars number 8 with the carry.
No, 3 inside.
It's pick and go around the breakdown there by Leah Brebner, holding on for Jenny Maxwell at scrum half. Placing the Scotland international as she did last week. That's a great line by Molly Pullman, brought down by the bootlaces. It's a tight head prop raced through a gap. Brian McNamara again looking to combine with Rachel Phillips. Edinburgh fullback Panache Muzambe. Very flat pass there, the referee though on the spot. There's no infringement, however it's been stolen by Linda Jugang. Has been very prominent for the Irish side this afternoon. And then that ball knocked on though. It will be an Edinburgh scrum.
Yeah, 2 lovely bits of play there from Panache. Really nice set of soft hands, and she just got that offload away. First of all to Molly Pullman, and then again to Alex Stewart. That's more of what Edinburgh have been like. We saw them do it a lot last week with those little tip-ons. Gets them over the game line, gets them quick ball, and allows them to play on the front foot. So nice bit of play there from Edinburgh. Just a little bit unfortunate with that turnover, but we've got an attacking platform here. It'll be keen to see what Emma Orr, what Sarah Denham, what our Hannah Walker can do.
Edinburgh scrum under pressure. Edinburgh Holden plays the ball away to Orr, and out the back to Denham. Hannah Walker with her but can't find her right wing. Quick ball though for Leah Brebner Holden. It's untidy again though by Edinburgh, going backwards. Edinburgh just go to the forwards. Again a loose pass. Panache Muzambe did well to control that. Once more loose, then knocked on by Emma Orr. Edinburgh just struggling there in possession. And then offside by Edinburgh, compounding errors.
Very untidy from both sides there. I'm not sure if the ball's a bit slippy, or I'm not entirely sure if the sun's still playing into its part, but yeah, wouldn't see any sort of handling errors in that first half, and there's quite a few been creeping in. So yeah, hopefully the sun's going down now, which will hopefully help, particularly that Edinburgh team. You can just see here the sunlight right in their eyes, so I wonder if that is playing into the few of the handling errors we've seen.
Change for Edinburgh with Freya Walker coming on.
That's Gemma Bell that's come off there for Freya Walker. Freya was brilliant last week, injected a good amount of energy in the second half, so I'll be keen to see what she can do again today.
Well, we call the Wolfhounds again from the line out. 7 metres short of the Edinburgh try line, looking for the 5th try again. That tip-on pass between the forwards, causing the Edinburgh defence problems. They look to get the ball to space out in that right touch line.
Got off the line there nice and quick, but they were slightly numbers down, and if that pass had gone to hand, they had a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2 maybe. So yeah, need to get a little bit more organised in defence, Edinburgh. We're falling off the tackles a little bit. We're not as sharp as we were in the first half.
The Edinburgh scrum about 10 metres out from their try line. Again comes under pressure from the Wolfhounds, picked up at the base by Freya Walker, who slotted in at that number 8 position. And come on for blindside flanker Gemma Bell.
Advantage offside.
The referee playing at advantage. Edinburgh unable to make anything of that.
Offside. Throw in the back line.
A chance here for Brian McNamara to send this ball off Edinburgh's right hand touchline. Stand, which again is fairly full, has to be said. Perhaps not the numbers we had last week, but very close. McNamara's found her touch, kept in by the Wolfhounds. Dragged back over halfway, but it's the Irish side in possession. And again, a spotted space down the left touchline. And if that had been read by Niamh Marley, it was dangerous.
Yeah, you saw Whelan just have a look. You could see it at the corner of her eye. She had a look at it twice, and I don't know if she just didn't communicate that to Marley, or Marley wasn't seeing the same thing. There was a little bit of space, 5 metres and one defender, and yeah, if she'd have managed to have caught that, then she would have been away.
More changes for Edinburgh. It'll be Fletcher, one of Edinburgh's 4 try scorers last week, coming on for Panache Muzambe. Excellent 50 minutes or so in Edinburgh colours this afternoon. All knocked on at the tail of the line out by Edinburgh. It's the Wolfhounds in possession. It's the gain on their own side of halfway. Strong carry by the Wolfhounds forwards. 3 quick passes, takes play out to Natasha Behan on that right wing, and cuts back in field. Again hit hard on the tackle. It's certainly been physical this game. Of all, the penalty awarded to Edinburgh.
Clear shot.
Yeah, that was a really nice bit of play there from the Wolfhounds, though. O'Brien identified that little bit of space. She's got a fantastic left boot, and she identified that bit of space just in behind Kieran Bell here. So slotted it down, nicely taken this time by Rachel Phillips, but a little push off the ball gives Edinburgh the chance to exit.
Well, again, Brian McNamara doesn't find her touch, so taken by Dana O'Brien. Again, it just invites the Wolfhounds to attack once more. Edinburgh not able to find any breathing room in the first 12 minutes of the second half. Already conceded 1 try to the Wolfhounds number 8, Brittany Hogan. It's the Irish side on the attack again, over on the far side of the pitch on the Edinburgh 10-metre line. Huge tackle though. Driven back. Tackle made by Nicola Haynes in the midfield. Edinburgh Rugby hooker. Brendan Holden in, replacement scrum half on the tackle, Linda Jugang. Excellent ball carrier for the Wolfhounds. Irish side just inching their way upfield, midway between the Edinburgh 10-metre line and 22. That flat pass from O'Brien out into the midfield forwards. 2 passes into the hands of Natasha Behan. Again, looks dangerous every time she gets hands on the ball. Scored the Wolfhounds' second try. The Irish side now up to the Edinburgh 22. However, crossing. Edinburgh Rugby will breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, definitely a really good bit of attacking play from the Wolfhounds. Better defence from Edinburgh. They are getting up off the line. They're trying to shut them down, and yeah, that's a let off for them, because the Wolfhounds were coming strong into that 22.
Well, this time no mistake with the kick from the penalty. That takes play up to halfway.
On the side of the ball, also trying to balance again. You don't want 50 penalties. On the line, please, ladies.
Ball taken in the line out and handed back to Freya Walker as Edinburgh look to set the drive up. In come the reinforcements, Poppy Fletcher, Molly Pullman. And Edinburgh have looked strong in this facet of the game. the Wolfhounds take that one down. Well, no, the referee says it was taken down by Edinburgh. Them all raced onto that. Couldn't take the ball. And there's some disquiet among the crowd here who felt that that had been taken down by the Wolfhounds, but you could hear clearly over the referee mic that he said Edinburgh Rugby took that one down. So scrum awarded to the Wolfhounds.
Didn't look like me that they did. Why would they take something down and it was going forward so quickly? Anyway, yeah, and a really nice bit of set piece there from Edinburgh. That's more like what we've seen. They got that drive on. Poppy Fletcher came in adding the reinforcements, and yeah, just unfortunate with that referee's decision there.
Nicole Flynn of Edinburgh University comes on, makes her Edinburgh debut. Slots in for her clubmate Hannah Walker on the right wing.
Let's go, Mom.
Pick and go from the base of the scrum by Hogan for the Wolfhounds. Playing with pace away down the right touchline, dragged down inside the Edinburgh 22. Good ball here for the Wolfhounds with the Edinburgh defence desperately trying to reorganise themselves. To race back from a scrum inside the Wolfhounds half. Again, the attack down the right hand side. Natasha Behan causing havoc. Hit and a solid tackle there. Again, that tip on, looking for space in the Edinburgh defence. And the Jugan again with the carry. Now they're going sideways there. Ruck centre field, be stolen by Brian McNamara. Skips out the first tackle. Good work there by the Edinburgh Rugby inside centre. Player of the match last week, and then a penalty awarded to Edinburgh.
Yeah, better defence there from Edinburgh. There's a few massive hits going in there. Really, really good getting off the line, and Brian McNamara stealing ball there gets them out of jail. A chance to clear the lines again.
It's a long way to touch from the centre of the field here at the Hive Stadium. McNamara gets her angles right there. Finds a touch just right down the front of our commentary position. Assistant referee Chelsea Gillespie, the flag up just down in front of us.
Thank you.
Nicola Haynes again accurate with the throw. Freya Walker standing in there as the +1 at the line out, breaks away, makes a metre or two. Fiona McIntosh, the Saracens' second row, a strong carry, loose pass. And Brian McNamara has to go back, tidy that up, sees space in behind, puts boot to ball, rolls into the Wolfhounds 22 and into touch.
And that's a 50-22 as well. Oh, I stand corrected.
I think you were right in that she was inside her half when she kicked it, but the referee Michael Todd explaining that as we'll perhaps see in the replay here, and it was the carry from Fiona McIntosh, and as the ball kicked, she had taken play into the Wolfhounds half. It came back, passed back by Edinburgh untidily. So great vision though by Brian McNamara.
Still puts the Edinburgh team in a really good platform here.
Well, and then pressure on at the line out by Edinburgh Rugby as McIntosh looked to go up and forced the Anna Schukert throw to go straight. So it does work in the end for Edinburgh as they now have the line out.
Edinburgh numbers, please. Thank you.
Interesting that we've gone for the line out here, not the scrum. Our line out has been really, really good, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not Freya Walker breaks out, whether or not she keeps it in there.
The line at Mall in particular has been excellent for Edinburgh. They look to play away themselves in a bit of a muddle there, but Freya Walker does well to spin and weave her way through. Loose pass. Edinburgh support a little slow to get to the breakdown. Two players on the deck. So the Wolfhounds able to just step in and steal that ball. They survived that Edinburgh attack. Well, kicked over the top, and Rachel Phillips will be hoping for a kind bounce here. She doesn't get it, and it's been snapped up once again by the Wolfhounds on the Edinburgh side of halfway. And a strong carry, the Wolfhounds forwards. Back to O'Brien. These Irish forwards, when they get their legs driving, very hard for Edinburgh to bring down. And the ball in behind Brittany Hogan, and a chance here for the Wolfhounds as they race up into the Edinburgh Rugby 22. Edinburgh Rugby defence strung across the pitch about 10 metres out from their own try line. Good solid tackle by Alex Stewart, vice captain. And then by Gunderson, Oscarsdorfen Cougars teammate. Dejugang again. Cuts back inside, looking for space. Once more the Wolfhounds forward, just inching their way towards Edinburgh try line. Edinburgh Rugby really can't afford to concede again here. 20 minutes left in the clock, trailing by 22 points to 7. And the Wolfhounds now just a metre or two away. And over they go for their 5th try. And the Edinburgh Rugby defence doing their best, but just this onslaught from the Wolfhound side. The forwards very strong with the carries, and they do go over for their 5th try.
Yes, you must have been that, but you must have turned off.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of attacking play here from the Wolfhounds. They're attacking just outside those the 13 channel. They're getting O'Brien with their hands on the ball nice and early. Their forward runners are carrying really, really hard. They're getting those tip-ons when they can, and here it's nice and easy. Just a really strong forward carry, and they're over that line again. So physical up front.
Yeah, got you there. Yeah, lovely dulcet tones are back.
The 5 tries. Well, the Wolfhounds without reply from Edinburgh after an early Emma Orr try. Conversion again missed. The Wolfhounds now with a very healthy advantage, leading by 27 points to 7. As we go into the final quarter here at Hive Stadium.
The Wolfhounds have kind of found their groove a little bit now. We saw them last week play a really, really nice bit of expansive rugby. They like to play off 10, they like to get those forwards carrying hard, they like to get over the game line, and we've spoken about it all game, just how strong their forward carriers are. So they've started to find their groove. A bit of a kind of nervous first half for them, but yeah, now with a quite a substantial lead on this Edinburgh team.
Time back on.
More changes for the Wolfhounds as they empty the bench. Well, the ball not taken cleanly by the Wolfhounds inside their 22, and Edinburgh Rugby will take anything that they can get at this minute in time.
Yeah, exactly. Slightly longer kick there from Brian McNamara. She's been kind of playing around with putting it short, putting it long, and yeah, just a little bit of a fumble there from the Wolfhounds, and this will give Edinburgh an attacking platform. They need to get a little bit more consistency back into their game, a little bit more accuracy with those offloads, and yeah, to bring about, as I say, a little bit more consistency back to their game.
So the ball fed into the Edinburgh scrum by Leah Brebner-Holden, picked up by Freya Walker, replacement number 8. There's the ball back to her scrum half, and makes good ground inside the 22. Erin Gunderson, who started the game number 8, waiting on this one. A chance here for Edinburgh Rugby to get themselves back into this game. Referee playing an advantage. A good drive by Edinburgh Rugby. Sarah Denham has to reach for that one. She's got Emma Orr behind her. But they come to the left. Nice tip-on pass there into the hands of Fiona McIntosh. The Saracens' second row got herself over the try line, but great defence by the Wolfhounds to hold McIntosh up. Back we come for the penalty. Sarah Denham again, out to Emma Orr. That's lovely hands there to Nicole Flynn on her debut. The referee says she put her foot in touch there. We'll have another look at the replay here. Chelsea Gillespie, the referee's assistant, just on the left of your shot there. Edinburgh Rugby going very close.
Yeah, 2 opportunities there for Edinburgh. That's more of the spark that we've seen, getting those offloads away. It was a lovely offload to Fee McIntosh, and she wasn't quite able to work her way over the line. And just been unfortunate, Nicole Flynn on her debut here, just been unfortunate to apparently put a foot in touch.
Good work on the defensive line out by the Wolfhounds. They try forward 8 metres or so and then put boot to ball. So Nicole Flynn denied a try there, finds Rachel Phillips, the fullback. An excellent game at outside centre last week. Inside ball from Denham to Alex Stewart. Bremner Holden out to Gunderson again, breaks through the first tackle up into the 22, loses possession. Perhaps just had too much going through her mind there, wondering whether to go herself. Where was the support? The ball's been kicked away by the Wolfhounds. Rachel Phillips looks up, takes play back over halfway. Still with Edinburgh Rugby, Leah Bremner Holden. Edinburgh just starting to find 2 or 3 gaps in this Irish defence. Again, good carry through the forwards. Back to Molly Pullman. Tight head prop still in the field of play. Holden rushes in, good quick ball. Denham sees space in behind, just threads that ball through and chased by Nicole Flynn. The replacement winger on her debut makes the tackle. And then side entry at the breakdown for the Wolfhounds. So momentum perhaps swinging back the way of Edinburgh.
Yeah, a bit more spark from this Edinburgh squad. They're carrying hard through their forwards. They're getting over the ball nice and quickly, allowing quick ball. Sarah Denham, we saw it brilliantly for Brian McNamara's try last week. She threaded that ball through. She noticed that winger was sitting flat up in the line, and she forced the Wolfhounds back and put them under pressure. Really, really good chase from Nicole Flynn there to put O'Brien under pressure. Tackles her nicely, and then it was just a side entry. That looked like a score. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Yes, the replay there. Nicole Flynn, though, going over what we thought was Edinburgh Rugby's second try, seemed to have gone into touch, and then the break here from Meryn Gunderson, just in the tackle, tried to step back inside the last defender and lost the ball. Rachel Phillips coming off the field of play now.
Okay, we just wait for the Edinburgh still getting a little bit of treatment.
Okay. Nicole Marlowe, who comes on fullback, having started there last week, kicked 4 conversions.
Side entry, 23.
Chance for Brian McNamara to put her Edinburgh side into the corner. Finds a touch about 7 or 8 metres out. We've already seen how dangerous Edinburgh can be from the line out.
There's been a bit of a mood swing here. Edinburgh looked really, really flat in the first 20 minutes of the second half. They've found a little bit of spark, a little bit of energy, so let's hope that they can do what they were doing in the first half here now.
Millie Whitehouse, the replacement hooker, inaccurate with the throw, so wasted opportunity.
Yeah, frustrating there. Just handing possession back to the Wolfhounds. Edinburgh have not spent an awful lot of time in this Wolfhounds 22 in this second half, so frustrating for them to have given up possession so easily.
Molly Pullman Watsonian's tight head prop leaves the field of play. An excellent performance. Lasted 67 minutes. Katie Lindsay, Christopher Cougars prop, replacing Pullman. Again, making a real impact there. Edinburgh scrum clearly dominant, but the Wolfhounds do well to play that ball away from the scrum. A hurried kick does go into touch, but doesn't find a huge deal of distance.
Yeah, I think Edinburgh were unfortunate there with that scrum. It looked really, really dominant, really good. Wolfhounds did well to get that away, but we've put enough pressure on them and forced them to have only managed to clear to their 22. So another opportunity. We need to get this line out right. We need to get this set piece right. And I'd like to see our back line in a little bit more form in this second half, getting hands on the ball early and allowing them to do what they do so well.
If Edinburgh Rugby have any hope of getting themselves back into this game, they really need to strike now. Not taken cleanly once more at the line out. Two missed line outs inside the Wolfhounds 22. Ball kicked downfield. Nicole Flynn can't take that. It bounces up into the hands of Nicole Marlowe. Takes play up over halfway. Katie Lindsay with her first touch of the ball. Gives the ball back to her captain Sarah Denham, who finds Brian McNamara. Looked to get her hands free but couldn't get the pass away. Emma Orr to that left touch line. Kieran Bell lurking out there. Not seen quite as much of the Edinburgh winger as we did last week. Scored Edinburgh Rugby's first ever try in the women's game. The carry by Poppy Fletcher, another of the try scorers last week. Solid defence by the Wolfhounds. Edinburgh really struggling to get away, although Kieran Bell has found space. She's up into the 22, bounces her way out of the tackle. What a try by the Edinburgh University winger. And Kieran Bell has perhaps breathed life back into this Edinburgh Rugby challenge.
Yeah, you spoke to, didn't you? You said she didn't have enough time on ball. That just shows just what she can do. She's been outstanding for Edinburgh University this season. As soon as she gets hands on ball, she is so evasive, and she is such a strong ball carrier. She fends off at least 2 or 3 of them here, and as you say, it sparks a little bit more life into this Edinburgh squad. An absolutely outstanding finish here. First fend, really, really strong. Keeps pumping those legs. She's got 2 more to beat, I think. Looks like she's going to step, just clatter straight into her, but again, really, really, really strong, and a last fend to get over the line. Lovely finish from Kieran Bell.
That was a brilliant individual effort by the Edinburgh Rugby left wing. Stadium clock here says we're at 71 minutes, so Edinburgh Rugby, a little bit of injury time perhaps to play around about 10 minutes. Trailing by 15 points. Difficult conversion, but this is important. It's replacement fullback Nicole Marlowe, successful with 4 conversions last week. Just been in the field of play for 3 or 4 minutes. Tasked with this one, she catches it nicely, doesn't quite have the distance, so unable to add the extras. Again, a wonderful try by Edinburgh Rugby's left winger Kieran Bell. Does get her side perhaps back into this game.
Yeah, as you say, just gives Edinburgh that little bit of a boost that they need going into these last 10 minutes. It's still all to play for. It is still all to play for. Well,
certainly the momentum has very much been with the home side in the last 10 minutes or so. They trail by 15 points, so 3 scores needed. It's Millie Whitehouse, the Edinburgh University hooker, placing Nicola Haynes in the second half, and Brian McNamara just bangs that off downfield. Can't be taken cleanly. No knock on, says Michael Todd. Back come the Wolfhounds, just on their own 10-metre line. Natasha Behan be annoyed at missing the tackle on Kieran Bell, her opposite number, as Bell went in for Edinburgh's second score. So it would have been the pick of the Wolfhounds players in an attacking sense this afternoon. A few quick passes, that second one rather forced, and again the Wolfhounds forced back. Katie Lindsay, Briar McNamara both on hand looking to make tackles. That's a good hit by Nicole Flynn. The Wolfhounds back on their own 10-metre line. Tackle this time made by Poppy Fletcher. Fiona McIntosh in on the tackle. And the Wolfhounds not going anywhere, so up to put boot to ball. Bounces up into the hands of Nicole Marlowe. Just sends that ball back. A little bit of an untidy kick here. Edinburgh not particularly well organised on their chase, and there's space in behind if this ball stays in the field of play. It may well work. It's been snapped up by the Wolfhounds, very nearly going for the try, and that is a great cover tackle.
Yeah, it's a really nice spot from O'Brien. She notices that there's no one back, with Marlowe having made that kick and was on the chase and on the advance. She noticed that no one was back. Sarah Denham spotted that from the other side of the pitch and started to make her way over, and that is an absolutely outstanding try-saving tackle from Sarah Denham. She looks like she's hurt herself in the process, but yeah, outstanding.
Captain. Offsides are still tight at breakdown.
For the second time today, Dana O'Brien accurate with the crossfield kick and finding a winger. This time it was replacement Edie Murtagh. In fact, it was Niamh Marley, I think, racing down the left touchline. Wonderful cover tackle by Sarah Denham, the Edinburgh Rugby captain, denying the Wolfhounds what would have been their sixth try. Edinburgh Rugby need to be playing at the other end of the field. Katie Lindsay now with the carry. Christopher Cougars tight head prop on for Molly Tolman, and Brian McNamara tries to get as much distance as she can on that. You could clearly see Edinburgh Rugby with hands in there, and the Wolfhounds guilty of holding on the deck. Penalty to Edinburgh.
I think Brian McNamara would have been looking to find touch there, so a really good counter attack, but the chase was good, and the really low chop tackle that allows for those players, those ball stealing players, to get over ball nice and early and win that penalty for Edinburgh.
Time off, one blue change, one.
So Linda Jugang has been excellent for the Wolfhounds in the front row this afternoon. Eventually runs out of steam on 75 minutes, which is unusual for a front row these days. Millie Whitehouse, unfortunately not accurate with her throw into the line out, which has cost Edinburgh 2 opportunities inside the 22 10 minutes or so ago.
Yeah, Edinburgh just struggling with their line-out set piece now, not able to get any consistency with that. It was a brilliant attacking platform for them, so they are missing that in these kind of latter stages of this second half.
Good contest, back by Orange.
Well, here go Edinburgh. Leah Brebner holding. Placement scrum half. Sarah Denham has to go in and act as scrum half. Brebner holding back in position now. And hits her half-back partner Denham. Quick hands to midfield. Again, Denham just trying to pull the strings, get the ball out into the wide channels. Kieran Bell.
Advantage, late hit. Well off the ball. Back steal's good. 14.
Natasha Behan with a late hit. The penalty awarded away of Edinburgh, and of course not hanging around here, the clock ticking down, only 3 or 4 minutes left. Here you've got to say the game gone from Edinburgh, but ball knocked on by Poppy Fletcher in the tackle.
Advantage over from the knock on.
And McConnell, Wicklow and Leinster on scrum half in the second half for the Wolfhounds. And this time the Irish side guilty of holding on. Penalty goes the way of Edinburgh.
Scrum called.
Yeah, I think that's wise from Edinburgh. Our set piece, our line out's not been going great, so let's see if we can kind of launch something from this scrum. Let's get kind of Brian McNamara, Emma Orr, who's been a bit quiet in the second half. Let's see if we can get their kind of hands on ball, spark a little bit of magic in these last 3 minutes.
Patience please, ladies. Keep the height.
Yeah, we've not seen as much of Emma Orr as we might have liked.
Cheers, Ted.
And some hints of the understanding that we could see in the coming weeks between Brian McNamara and Emma Orr. I think they will grow into an excellent centre pairing. And we're not really had the ball to play with that they did in the opening 20 minutes or so of this game. And they led by 7 points to 0 and 5 unanswered tries by the Wolfhounds, eventually sealing the game for the Irish side today. We've had one reply from Edinburgh Rugby through Kieran Bell. Lovely individual effort down the left touchline. What can Edinburgh come up with the last 2 minutes or so of this Celtic Challenge game? Free kick awarded to Edinburgh. Off they go through Fiona McIntosh, the Saracens player. Brendan Holden to Freya Walker. Injection of pace from the replacement number 8. Into the midfield to Katie Lindsay. Brendan Holden to the captain Sarah Denham. Now Emma Orr as well. There is to release that ball, gets back to her feet, picks it up again and takes play into the 22. She did have Nicole Flynn with her. Good quick pass and almost intercepted by the Wolfhounds, but they were up offside. And Edinburgh captain Denham taps and goes again. Freya Walker, dancing footwork, just pops the ball up. And she went down in the tackle, and Edinburgh 10 metre or so short now. Can they give the crowd something to cheer about at the end of this game at the Hive Stadium? Denham again out the back to Emma Orr, throws the dummy and Orr just goes through the gap and over for the score. Edinburgh Orr with her second try bookends the match, scored the first try of the afternoon and then scores Edinburgh Rugby's third try. Lovely individual effort, showed her strength and her pace as she went through a gap. And a quick conversion attempt by Nicole Marlowe. But with that, I think the referee, Michael Todd, has blown for full time. Edinburgh Rugby rushing to take the conversion, perhaps feeling that they would have another chance from the restart. But the referee, Michael Todd, saying that time was up. Well, the game has been ended with a lovely individual effort there by Emma Orr.
Yeah, do you know what? I think we just need to say we haven't seen certain people get enough time on ball, and then they seem to do something magic. We said it with Kieran Bell, and we said it just there with Emma Orr. She got her hands on the ball. We know how powerful she is. We've seen it when she plays for Scotland. We've seen it when she plays for Herriot. So, yeah, really, really nice individual effort there from Emma Orr. She got the ball in a slight arc. She fended off about 2 or 3 players to go over in the corner. So, really nice bit of individual effort from her.
So full time then here at Hive Stadium in Edinburgh, and it finishes in round 2 of the Celtic Challenge. Edinburgh Rugby 17, Wolfhounds 27. And Rachel, again, as we did last week, we sort of forgot about a player of the match around about the 75-minute mark, but let's do it now. Who caught your eye today?
Far too exciting game, unfortunately. Do you know, it was a really, really nice balance of forwards and backs action that we saw today. Edinburgh Rugby, some decent bits of play there. We got excited about that centre partnership, Emma Orr, Brian McNamara, but their pack was really, really strong. We had really good ball carries from Molly Pullman, Panache Muzambe, Alex Stewart, Merrin Gooderson. We could name them all, to be honest with you. They had some fantastic games there, but for me, the Wolfhounds, it was controlled really, really nicely by her. Dana O'Brien, she was kicking lovely, she was controlling their forwards and their backs, and yeah, so just a very, very well-rounded performance from her. So my player of the match is Dana O'Brien.
Well deserved player of the match award to Dana O'Brien. 10 caps for Ireland. Her class stood out today, and her side were the winners by 27 points to 17 here at the Hive Stadium. Again, a look here at all the action from this game. Here's the first try, the break by Brian McNamara, feeding the ball to her centre partner Emma Orr.
Yeah, the out the back, it is just lovely, it is really good. As we said, that sparks the rest of this campaign. There's still plenty of games to come. It will be really exciting how this centre partnership links up. Brian McNamara is such a strong ball carrier, and Emma Orr has the pace, the hands. She's just an outstanding player as well, so it'll be nice to see how the pair of them match up in the rest of these Celtic games.
But back came the Wolfhounds 4 minutes later, the first of 5 tries for the Irish side, and it was hooker Sarah Delaney who went over from the line-out maul.
Yeah, could have quite easily have given player of the match to Sarah Delaney as well. She was outstanding in terms of her line out, and our scrum, our set piece was really, really good. But yeah, she was outstanding here as well, just controlling it at the back of there, and a nice flop over the line from her for the Wolfhounds first try.
Well, their second try came through right wing. Natasha Behan went through several phases inside the Edinburgh Rugby 22, and eventually when they sensed that there was space out wide, good hands to get the ball to the winger.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest thing she had to do all day. She was popping up here, there and everywhere. Yeah, nice bit of kind of decent forward carries from the Wolfhounds, and then it was nice and easy, just straight hands, a 2-on-1 to finish that in the corner.
And then Sarah Delaney with her second try.
Yeah, carbon copy of the first. We said that a few times, but yeah, really, really good strength from the Irish Wolfhounds. We know how strong their maul is, and yet she just flopped over the line for that again.
If anything, Edinburgh will be frustrated because both of those tries from the line out for Sarah Delaney came at the second time of asking. Edinburgh had either turned the ball over or won the ball, I think, from an overthrow, and an opportunity to clear their lines, but again gave the Irish side a second opportunity. We see the fourth try there for Brittany Hogan, the number 8.
Again, that one came off of a line out as well. Edinburgh had done slightly better in that line out. They'd managed to force it to deck and force them out, but then they just switched off in that defence. I'm not sure if there was a bit of miscommunication there, but it was a nice and an easy walk-in try.
And then this one, I think at the time we were unsure who had scored it, but you can see with the red scrum cap on and number 7 on her back, it's Aoife Wafer.
Yeah, really strong carry here from Aoife Wafer. She gets underneath that Edinburgh defender and just powers her way over the line, helped by one of our fellow forwards there, but she was really, really good. One of 3 Aoifes on this team. All of them have played really, really decent games, but yeah, you can see just how strong those forwards carries have been.
So 5 unanswered tries for the Wolfhounds following that Emma Orr opener, but Edinburgh Rugby came back through a wonderful individual effort through Kieran Bell.
Yeah, this is so good. We can watch this over and over again. Such a strong and well balanced runner she is. She just hands off O'Brien there, and yeah, a really, really great individual effort from Kieran Bell.
Another look at it here from a different angle, and you can see just how much work she had to do. That was Natasha Behan who she went round there, who had an excellent game certainly in attack. And you see here, you'd have thought she would go round the last player, but decided instead to go over, chased back by Natasha Behan, but still had the pace and the strength to get to the line.
Yeah, it was route 1 from Kieran Bell there.
And then Edinburgh Rugby's third try and see Emma Orr, ball in both hands initially, looked like she would perhaps give the pass to Nicole Flynn, but decided to go herself, and again a good individual effort by the outside centre.
Yeah, you can see how dangerous she is. The Irish defenders don't know what she's going to do. She dummies that first. All of them are all going towards that touchline. She just straightens up very slightly. So strong with that fend, and she powers over the line. Really, really nice from Emma Orr.
And Edinburgh will be disappointed that the full-time whistle was blown then, because they got themselves within 10 points. They would feel that the momentum was with them, looking for another try to get with a try bonus point and a losing bonus point. But in the end, they pick up nothing from today's game, and I think they'll be disappointed in that.
Yeah, they'll be extremely disappointed. They look to take that last conversion really, really quickly so that they could get back and kick off again. Just a little bit too little too late. They went to sleep in just after the kind of half time. That first kind of 20 minutes of the second half, they went to sleep. Defensively, they weren't getting off the line. They weren't putting the Wolfhounds under pressure, and they allowed them to get on the front foot. They didn't really have much of an attacking kind of play in that kind of first 20 minutes in the second half. They were struggling a little bit. The passes weren't sticking, so they will be frustrated to come away from that, because it was such a good display of rugby from both teams. They will be frustrated to come away with that empty-handed.
Well, certainly the Wolfhounds will be happy with their afternoon's work. They do pick up a try bonus point, and they will go top of the Celtic Challenge table, at least for now, at least until Gwalia Lightning play tomorrow against Glasgow Warriors. They're on the road this weekend. That's at the Cardiff Arms Park tomorrow at 1:30. That'll be on Rugby Pass if you want to tune in to that one. Also on Rugby Pass, the other game this afternoon, the Clovers against Brython Thunder at Energia Park. That kicked off half an hour after this one, so you can catch the tail end of that one now if you want. But that's us done here at Hive Stadium this afternoon, treated to another fantastic game of rugby, and it is the Wolfhounds who pick up the victory on the road by 27 points to 17 against Edinburgh Rugby. Well, next week Edinburgh travel to Wales to face Brython Thunder, while the Wolfhounds are back in Scotland to face Glasgow Warriors, and we'll bring you coverage of that game live from Scotstoun at 2 PM next Saturday. Until then, from all of us here, thank you for watching.